Hello guys, welcome back, Senior 904 YouTube channel, and today I'm bringing you how to take down Behemoth in the Final Fantasy VII Remake. This of course is one of the hardest boss to take down, and I don't recommend you do this until you're level 50 with maxed out materia. I will show you as I was switching here because you really need to focus on melee attack, so you want to bring the most powerful melee attacks that you have both on Cloud and Tifa. So as you can see, I switched from the purple to the metal knuckles on Tifa, and then Cloud I brought the biggest sword that does the most damage. With Aerith, you can use the reinforcement staff. It doesn't matter. She's just mainly going to be focusing on healing and occasionally doing some spells. With what I recommend is the Fiagra spell, and then make sure that you have magnifying healing on her. In a moment, I'll switch back over to show you what all materials I used. As you can see, I'm bringing a Fire Elemental, and then also bringing in the Binding Ward so that Cloud does not get this spell, but I believe I switched that out. But as you can see, I bring both 2 HPs and 2 MPs maxed out. You definitely want to make sure your HP is maxed out on all your characters so that they can survive this attacks, because a lot of the attacks are not blockable. So you just want to make sure you do that. As you can see, I switched the silencing spell out because I figured I'm not going to do any spells with Cloud, so that was pretty much a waste. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to first track, and I think I selected ATB boost here, but I didn't even use it. So you can just fill whichever 2 slots you want on this one, because once I got into the fight, I completely forgot about hitting the ATB boost. So it was not really very wise to bring it, or if you just want to fill in something else here, you can. But you definitely want to bring in, I believe, what's called the Origin Sword. It's what it is. It's the most powerful sword because you want to be doing a lot of hits. So as you can see, my attack is at 331. So moving on. As you can see, I was trying to determine which ones I wanted to bring, but no worries. Let's go ahead and focus on what you need to do inside the battle. You want to make sure that you focus using your ATB gauge as soon as possible, preferably when he starts his countdown is very good timing, because Behemoth will be standing still. You want to at least throw 1 Fiagra using Aerith if you can, and then as soon as possible switch back over and focus strike with Cloud. So you want to do at least 2 focus strikes with him, and then you want to switch over to Tifa, and with Tifa you also want to use the focus thrust, or do I have that backwards? I think it's focus strike with Tifa, I'm sorry, excuse me, and focus thrust with Cloud. I had it backwards, but yes. So you want to use those 2 mainly, so that you can build his staggering stage as quickly as possible. Once you get down to like about him counting down to 2, you should be able to stagger him, and at that point that's when you really want to do your damage. As you will see in the fight, once I staggered him, I actually had Shiva out, and I called Heavenly Strike while he was down on the ground staggered, which did massive amount of damage. And then immediately as he got up, the countdown for summoning was up, and Shiva was able to use her ultimate attack, which ultimately ensured the victory for my party. But as you can see here, I'm still trying to select what I was gonna bring. I was trying to make up my mind as to what all I was gonna need in this battle. But anyways, without further ado, I will fast forward a little bit so that you can see how the battle went. As you can see here, I actually took out the revival material out because you don't really need to revive anybody as long as you keep healing. With a timely matter, you should be able to keep them up. So it was a waste of a slot. So what I did was I took that out, and instead I went with I want to say the magic up, since Tifa had the synergy every time I used a spell with Erudif, an attack spell, Tifa would follow up. So that's why I decided to take that revival out. As long as you have magnifying healing with Erudif and you constantly continue to watch your party's health, you should be able to switch to her in time to heal everybody and heal all, as you will notice. You just got to make sure you do not let nobody drop. Again, just always make sure that you're constantly watching the health of all your parties, so that way you can ensure that nobody goes down. A good way to do that is to call a regain every once in a while, or just one time if you can, like I did in the middle of the fight. But at the, most of it, you just want to use Cura or Cure Gain if everybody's really low. But Cure, just to also save some magic points, really works well. So without further ado, here is me taking on the Behemoth. Enjoy.
Take the lead.
So it's my turn? Tagging out! I got this!
My turn. Deal with that.
Here goes! Okay. Get ready! Here! It's your turn! Oh, ha! Bingo! You're up!
Take it
You've got this! I got gotcha! And go! Gotcha! You ready? Watch yourself!
My turn.
Knockout! Go on!
It's on you.
So it's my turn? Tagging out! All set!
I got this.
Get fired up!
Don't overdo it.
Here goes! It's your turn! Let me handle Here! Well, this one's for you! Bring it! Cut! You're up!
Hang back.
Cut!
Take the lead.
I'll take it! You've got this! All set! Bingo! Come on!
Let's do this. Try this. Deal with that.
I'm coming! Can you take over for me? Let's make it hot! Big watch Watch yourself.
My turn.
Go on. That's it.
It's on you.
Here goes. Tagging out. Let me handle it. Yeah, there. Come on. Come on.
Take it over. Deal with that.
I'll show you what I can do. Why don't you lead the way? You're up.
I got this.
Big rest.
It's on you.
So it's go on.
Here it comes.
It's your turn. All set. Well, that really sucked. You ready? Watch yourself.
Take it over.
Big that's it.
Try this. Deal with that.
I'll take care of it. Can you take over for me? Hey! That was close. Come on. It's on you.
I got it.
Bingo.
Don't overdo it.
I'm coming. Why don't you lead the way? Keep it up. There. You're up.
Hang back. Take the lead.
So it's Can you take over for me? I'm not going out like this.
My turn.
I'm coming. You've got this. Let me. Gonna teach you a lesson. It's on you. I'll take it. And this one's for you. Sorry, I know it's sudden. Can you take over for me? Yeah. Bingo. You're up.
Hang back.
There. Go on.
Keep it together.
I'll show you what It's your turn. Let me handle this. Feel the heat.
Here it comes.
One more time. Watch yourself.
I got it. It's on you.
I'll take care of him. Can you take
Fight's
over
not
for
over
me?
yet.
I won't.
All out. Let's dance. Have deal with that.
I'll show you. That's it. It's your turn now. Seizing the opening. Get fired up. Let's pour on the pain.
Watch
One
this.
for you.
Take him down.
Let me teach him a lesson. Why don't you lead the way? All set. Bring it. How's this? Come on. Bingo. Bring it.
And what a final finishing by Shiva. Thank you for watching. I'm Senior 904. We'll see you next time.